Hey YouTube and Facebook, we are back on this Theme Deek show, and the topic which you all chosen last time was the topic on depression. So I'm going to talk about depression here. You can ask me any questions. Give me 1 second. Let me just sign in to Instagram, and then for sure we can have a great discussion. Just give me 1 second. Let me just go live. So just give us a couple of minutes. Hey Instagram, we're back again on the Theme Deek show, where you people select a specific theme and I talk about it. It can be literally any theme, any topic which you want to know more about. Most of these sessions are Q&A session. Hi Freak Attitude. Hi Mahalakshmi. Hi Sumit Joshi. So whatever questions you have in relation to depression, make sure you put it Instagram on the questions section and Facebook, YouTube on the comments column, and I will pick it up. Today, the topic which we chose on the last session was depression. There are some people who wanted self-development and depression, but I think most of the votes went for depression. So I thought, let me just pick that. Instagram, Facebook, it's only if you comment, I know you are there, right? So I'll just respond to it. So hi Aishu, hi KL07, hi Abdul Shaker, Simran Segal, good evening to you too. So I hope everyone knows how I do my shows. People who don't know about me, make sure you ask about me in your comments or on Instagram, right? So hi Priyanka, hi Aisha. Let's just give a couple of minutes and then we will take, hi Mahima Rajput, thanks a lot for signing in. So let's just give some time for people to join in and then we will dive into it. Feel free to ask me any question related to depression. DEPRESSION. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I got the spelling wrong, right? So feel free to ask me literally any questions with regards to depression, whatever you've heard of, whatever you want to know about. Hi Akansha, hi Muskan. Thanks a lot for joining in. And yes, hi Ashutosh Parida, right? So that's great. Thanks a lot for everyone who's joining in. So as you know, most of my sessions, I do question answer session where you can ask me any question. But this is the Theme Deek show, which is we pick a theme based on the feedback we get on our previous show. And you can ask me questions in relation to that. Hi, Tushar. Thanks a lot for joining in. And other guys, Mystique, Joey. So I have Instagram going here on this mobile, right? This is Facebook and YouTube, guys. And I have Facebook and YouTube going here. So I'm just going to flip on each sessions and then we will take it from there, right? Hi, Mystical Jyoti. So Aisha is saying after a long time, I'm coming here every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, right? Those are the 4 shows which I do. One is the Call Me Deek, one is the Ask Me Deek, one is the Videocon Deek, and one is the Theme Deek. There's 4 shows which we do every day, and it revolves around. Tomorrow is the Call Me Deek. If you want me to call you live, yes, this is the opportunity. You can send me a message or anything around it, and then we will take it. Hi, Venka Chiranjeevi. That's a nice name. So feel free to ask me your questions. If you don't have any questions, my job is done. Or you just want me to talk about depression, what I believe. So I'll start that way so that different people have different point of views on depression. I'm a person who believes that depression doesn't exist, right? I know many people do challenge me for asking that thing. I know many people even counters me, but I've talked to many kids, many students, many adults who believe that they have depression. But after talking to them, you come to know that they are not even close, right? Not even close means, seriously, they're not even close to what they think. But hi, Rekha, thanks a lot for joining in. So Muskan is asking a question in relation to depression. Guys, Instagram, it's always good to ask me on the question section so I can pick the question and highlight it. So it's much more beneficial for everyone. That way. But anyways, I will pick the question from Muskan first, right? So Muskan's asking, why do people get depression? For me, if you look at the English dictionary, the meaning of depression, go and open the English dictionary right now. If you have Google, go search the meaning of English depression. The meaning of depression, it means sitting at a sad state, right? Sitting at a sad state. That we all have sat on sad stages, right? We have some things which you're not happy with. We feel demotivated, and we feel bad about it, right? And on a longer run, you think you have depression. It is just you being in a sad state, that everyone becomes in a sad state. But the problem here is that when something wrong really happens in your life, you tend to go and search on Google, right? So first thing is, what is depression? 99% of you, if your search is not properly done, you will be led to clinical depression, where clinical depression, only 1% of the whole world has it. We won't be surrounded with any person who has that clinical depression, which means they're totally off their head. They have no idea. They don't know what they're talking. They don't know why they're reacting. They have no idea what is happening in life. So for me, those people are depressed. Remaining all other people is just, you don't know how to manage the situation. You don't know how to understand the things, why it's happened. So in simple way, I tell about depression is like holding on to fire. When you hold on to fire for a long time, it starts burning you. But no, I want to see the fire. I want to enjoy the orange color. I like the movement of the fire. So constantly you're holding on, and slowly it starts burning your hand. And then on a longer run, goes to your head. And that is when you say you're depressed. But technically you are not. You don't have a solution, or you can't accept the truth. You can't. I know many kids who comes, oh, I have this breakup, I'm depressed. Oh, I have my parents fighting, I'm depressed. I say, seriously, let's have a conversation, and they themselves understand that it's not actually depression. It is just you being at a sad state. So I hope I have answered that question in summary as to why I say that depression is just a made-up thing. As children, we never had depression. We are not born depressed. We are creating it with time. If you're creating with time, you can obviously remove it also with time, right? I hope I've answered that question. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in. There's a lot of people. How to kill the depression? First of all, you have to believe that you don't have depression. Most of the people tend to believe, they Google it, they relate to their symptoms. And when they start relating to their symptoms, they slowly believe that they have this thing called depression. When you believe that you have depression, I'm telling you, you can never get out of depression, right? So first thing is, it's not killing depression. Find out what is that negative thing which happened in your past. It can happen in your childhood. It can happen when you are really young. It can happen when you have some crisis happening to you. So that's all sitting in a sad state. So when you are on that stage, your next point is to pause and find out why it happened to you. When you know why it happened to you, slowly, you will understand the truth. And when you know how to understand the truth, that is when the depression steps aside, right? If for example, then 70% of the questions or the issues which girls and boys come to me is a breakup issue. Now, when you have a breakup, you tend to think you're depressed. No, that person just left you for a reason. Whatever reason is said, they have left for. But no, I want to hold on to that person. I want that person back. You put pressure. That is when slowly you have that various issues. Now, the other thing, people talk a lot about symptoms. Anyone who's constantly thinking of a problem, of an issue which they had in life, the sleep pattern will get destroyed. When the sleep pattern is destroyed, technically on a longer run, their eating pattern gets destroyed. And then slowly you tend to build up various other things. You relate to the symptoms which you find on Google, and then slowly you tend to believe that you have that. And once you start believing that you have that, no one in the world can stop you. You're just going to go in. I've talked to a girl, similar thing. It was a long story. She's a married girl in the Middle East. I don't normally take names, so it's just a scenario. She's from Middle East. What she did is, she isn't working as an HR, and she's working, everything was fine. And then suddenly she goes into this, she meets some couple of people and believes that she has, COVID. Right? She was all panicking. But the funniest part is, in her home, a maid comes every day to her home to help her out. So the chances of she getting COVID from the maid is much more higher than she meeting a COVID patient in her office just once. Right? So what you don't understand is, you don't know the complete truth of a situation, and you build it up, and then you start having that issues, and you build up that, right? So the problem here is many things, the truth is unknown. And when the truth is unknown, you go in search of it, you always lead to some negative thing where you tend to believe that it builds up, right? I hope I've answered the question. There's a lot of questions coming on YouTube and Facebook. That's interesting. Let me take the first question. Venkat, how to become cheating depression? I really didn't understand the meaning. So cheating depression, I didn't understand what it actually means. So that is, a tough question to answer. I really don't know. Cheating depression means you want to win over depression. I've already talked about it. So that is very clear. Now there's a question by Atishosh. What he says is that how to stay from worried about the future, which leads to depression. Now, guys, worrying about the future, everyone in the world worries about future. But the point is, if you have a proper plan for your future, if you have a proper strategy for your future, if you know what you want to do in future, would you have the fear or tension about future? If you have a plan and you have a backup plan, I'm telling you, there is no worry about future, right? So most people just blindly go towards it. Most people just close their eyes and they go after that dreamless path. And when you go after a dreamless path, anyone in the world will get fear. Anyone will get anxious, worried about it. So have a plan. What I'm going to do tomorrow, you have a plan. What I'm going to do next year, you have a plan. What I'm going to do next after 5 years, you have a plan. Work towards it. There is no worry. And on the other hand, have a parallel backup plan also, because in case if you fail, you have something else to back up with. There is no worries and no tension. I hope Ashutosh, I have answered to that question. Instagram, put your question in the question section, so it's much more easier. I can relate it. Facebook and YouTube in your comments column, and I can take it, right? So the next question from Asif. Sir, my cousin recently failed in her PUC and she's very sad and the parents also yelling at her. Now, I know the results are out for many students right now, but my question is that why did she fail, right? It's not about she being sad. The question here is what she didn't do, what others did, due to which others passed and she failed. There is some big gap. Everyone doesn't just fail like that. There is a reason they didn't perform. There is a reason they didn't do a specific work. First, they have to understand that. Then sit, oh, I failed. I don't understand. I don't know. I think the CBSE results are out to my knowledge. And based on that, your cousin might be talking about. PUC, I think, is the CBSE. Right? Anika, if you have a question, I have one question in the question section on Instagram. So feel free to ask that, right? So this is more related to depression. So any topic related to depression, you can ask me. Whatever you've heard of, whatever you talked of, whatever you researched about, whatever you challenge about, feel free to ask and I will clear your doubts, right? So the problem here is that all I know one thing, I'm a CBSE student. I've done CBSE on my 10th. So how I see it is, if you practice your last 10 years paper, if you practice your last 10 years paper, the chances of failure is almost zero, because none of the teachers are ever going to make a completely new question paper. All the teachers are going to refer from your previous questions and build it up over here, right? So question is, she being said, okay, parents have the right to yell at her, right? It's not that somewhere around she didn't perform. Obviously the hit will come. Parents are paying the fees. Parents are supporting her to get that. Parents would have given a great surrounding in that. She's sitting sad had no value to her sadness, because somewhere around she didn't perform, right? Now, what she has to do right now is to find out why she failed. What was the reason for her failure? Why her friend passed? She didn't write right? She didn't write the right way? Or maybe she has a fear. She blanked out. Because when you say failing, 33%, I think 33% was my time. When you say failing, just not to get 30% marks is very difficult in the CBSE system. That's what I understand. Anyone who practices gets it. So I hope I've answered the question. So hi Priyadarshini, hi Puni. So let me take a question on Instagram. Instagram, questions on the question section. Facebook, YouTube, questions on the comments column, and I'm going to pick it up and it's going to show up. Asif, I hope I've answered the question. So her focus is not to focus on her failure. Find out why she failed. Is there a complimentary she can write? Focus on the complimentary. Somehow get it through so your parents stop yelling. Parents are going to yell because they might have told her parents, their friends, that my child is going to pass. And when they did, obviously their ego gets hit and they're going to come back to you, right? I hope, Asif, your sister, your cousin finds a meaning towards life and find out how she can get through compliment and figure it out. Next question is by Sai Luka. Why people feel lonely when they're depressed? The biggest problem here is why do someone gets depressed? Now that on the lonely side of things, I'll talk about it. On a longer run, why do you feel alone when you're depressed is somewhere around you yourself. Don't think you're worth for this world. That is why you have most of these depression happening. For example, when a boy or a girl has a breakup. So when this breakup happens, you tend to, because you love the other person, 99% you're going to blame yourself for what you're doing. And when you start blaming yourself, the next best step is to step out of that relationship and feel lonely because you think that you're not worthy of any relationship. The guy might be crap, the girl might be crap, but you tend to believe that you are not worthy for that relationship. And when you start thinking you're not worthy for the relationship, obviously you're going to feel alone, right? And then whoever is a God believer is never alone. That's my belief, right? If you believe in trusting God, God is always there with you. So focus on that. But generally, why people go alone when they have this sad feeling is because they like to be alone. They don't want to disclose their feelings to outsiders. They don't want to disclose all those things, right? That's a simple reason. They just want to feel that I'm the victim. They just want to feel that I have been cheated. They want to feel that I'm not worth it. So let me just step out of this world and sit alone and find that solution or find that answers towards life. That is why Sai Luka, most of the people, does that, right? I hope I've answered the question. If you like the show, feel free to share it. Facebook, Instagram, if you like it, press the like button so that it revolves around. If you still like it further, share it across to your pages so it helps someone around. As you know, I do all my sessions free of charge. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to make any fame or name. My objective is to help 1 or 2% in this world who wants to know about what they're looking for. Once they get that, they get self-motivated. They don't need me or they don't need anyone else's future. My job is to get you self-motivated, right? Okay, so now next question. There's a lot of beautiful questions coming on Facebook. Simran is asking, is depression has its any stages, examples, any symptoms? See, I will tell you something. You can make up a lot of stuffs, right? For example, if I constantly think that my hand is paining, my hand is paining, my hand is paining, on a longer run, your hand will start paining. Same thing, if I'm not feeling hungry, I'm not feeling hungry, I'm not feeling hungry, I'm not feeling hungry, same way, you will control that hunger. If you're really focused on something which is most important for you, which is equal to life and death, I'm telling you, your sleep won't come in the way. Your hunger also will not come in the way. You won't get sleep. Tomorrow you have a picnic and your friends are planning out a birthday party for you. I'm pretty sure that day sleep won't pattern to you. So what you have to understand is that first thing, depression, I'm telling you this word, is just a sad feeling. We all have sad feelings. When someone hurts you, you feel bad. It is normal. Don't call it as the clinical depression. And that is what I'm trying to tell you here, right? Now, clinical depression, people are generally, if you want to really understand, they're out of their head. They have no idea what they're doing. If you can talk to me, if you're typing here right now, I'm telling you, none of you are depressed, right? If you are genuinely typing or commenting now, Simran, I don't know, it's your point. You put a comment on me. I'm dead sure you're not depressed. You're just sad. You don't know how to manage it. Or there is some other issues which you have. You need to know about it. And you figure it out. And the depression or that sad feeling is gone. Stop promoting this word called depression. It is all done by the great corporates to pitch you something which even they don't have any idea about, right? Depression have been taken in such a stage that no one can decode it, right? No one can prove. I'll tell you something. No medical field can prove right now that you are depressed. They can say, here are your symptoms. They can hear what problems you have and then tell that you have these symptoms, right? For example, I don't want to really go back on it. Let the medical people do whatever they want. My point is whoever knows me have to understand this. That's all I'm objective about. I'm not here to challenge or counter any systems here. My simple thing is, let me give you an example. I know people who come to me and tell me, sir, I have social anxiety disorder. I think most of you would have heard about social anxiety disorder, right? The simple word is shyness. You're shy to go outside. It is not social anxiety disorder. It's not a disorder. It is your character. It's that your build up of how you've made. You don't link it to social anxiety disorder and take medication for shyness. Guys, understand this point. You have introverts and you have extroverts. Both are different people and different kind of people, and both are needed in this world. A scientist is an introvert, is a shy person, right? Really a genuine designer is a shy person, right? You won't call him social anxiety disorder because the other marketing people are going outside freely, talking with person. Both these people are needed in this world. So does social anxiety disorder actually exist, or is just a made up word for shyness to sell you some kind of a medication or some kind of that, right? See, I'm just trying to make you understand of how, okay, now there can be a serious social anxiety disorder is, the person really shiver going outside, or the person really, when they see outsiders, they don't know what to do. Now that you can say a social, but then you don't feel like communicating to people that much. You feel being happy alone. You're happy alone. Be happy alone. Now, what's the problem? Why do you put it as a disorder? Why? I don't understand. Why do you have to link every problem with a disorder which you have? Can't you be like that? Right? This is like, I'm thin, you have a disorder. I'm fat, you have a disorder. You have to be in between. Every fat person is trying to be thin, and every thin person is trying to be fat. That is how the world is going, and that is really freaking me out, right? Guys, you're constantly being countered of, if you're this, you got to be this. If you're this, you got to be that. You're constantly going in that battle. Anyone in the world will get depressed if you constantly go. The world is going in such a way that if you have a pimple on your face, you can be wrong. If you have a pimple on your face, you can be, oh, you have this pimple, what to do? I have a question. If everyone has a pimple and one person don't have that pimple, that same world will tell them, is there something wrong with it? So understand this point. If you understand this main point, most of your questions of depression will step aside, right? Oh, Instagram, no questions on the question section. Instagram, please ask your questions in the question section in relation to depression. Any doubts you have, feel free to ask. There's a tons of questions on Facebook and YouTube. So let me pick that, right? So Shrishti is asking, how can we not let other people's action affect us when such people are very close, like parents or partners? Okay, now when you say partner, if it's husband, I will talk about it. It makes sense. If it is a boyfriend or a friend, then it's a different discussion altogether. But let me talk about parents, because you have talked about parents or a partner. So when it's parents, if you know what you're doing is positive, if you know what you're doing is good for you and your family, do it because you love doing it, and full stop. Don't expect your parents to give you recognition. Don't expect your parents to give you that love if they're not giving you. Don't expect your parents to tap on your back, oh beta, you have done great. Stop expecting. Then no one can affect you with any actions, right? Veman is asking, there's a small question thing on the Instagram. You can click on that. If you're not can't do it over here, go onto Facebook or YouTube, put on the comments column and I will talk about it, right? Any question related to depression, feel free to ask. Instagram on the question section, Facebook and YouTube on the comments column, and I will pick it up. Let me go about affecting us, right? So if someone is affecting you, you are expecting something in return. For me, I do all my sessions free, right? I don't even expect anything in return from you people. Can you control me? No. Can you affect me? No. I'm coming here. If one person is listening also, I'm going to talk. If 10 people are listening also, I'm going to talk. If 100 people is listening also, I'm going to talk. For me, it doesn't make any difference. Audience is not a problem for me. If there's one person seriously listening, my focus is on that person. And that is all matters. So can you control me? No. So stop expecting. I love spreading positivity, totally free to this world. That's my objective, and I'm going to keep doing it regardless if there's people or not. My objective is to reduce the number of people as much as I can, so that the positivity is understood by that certain set of people. right? So that's what, Srishti, all you got to do is do it because you love doing it, and don't expect anything from your return. As long as you're doing the positive things, as long as you know you're doing good, just take it easy and move on and take it there, right? Partner is a different discussion altogether. Simran is asking a counter question in relation to that on Facebook. How can we realize either we are depression or not? You are not in depression if you can really chat with me and ask this question. Over. When you are sad, find out a solution as to why you're sad. If someone has hurt you, don't take that friendship to the next level of solving. If you have a breakup, be thankful to that person that person has come to you and told you how dumb you are at selecting that boy or girl. The depression will start slowing down. So the point here is no one is in a depression stage as long as you can chat with me or put a message onto me. You're all fine. It is somewhere around. You don't know why this bad feeling is happening. You don't know why you're feeling bad about. You don't know. Then you got to go to your past, find out those past, what actually happened. It's not that as a born person, no one is depressed. Get this point. As a baby, you have ever seen depressed? No. Babies always enjoy. You were all born as a baby. So something has happened into your life, in your youth, or in your age, or in your past, that this begins to flip around, right? And when this begins to flip around, that is when the problem starts, right? So make sure, don't think that you're depressed. If you're sad, find out the solution. What I tell everyone, I keep telling the same thing every day. Every tear which falls out of your eyes is something life trying to teach you. Every tear which comes out of your eyes is something life trying to teach you. If you learn that lesson, the tears will stop. If you don't learn that lesson, it will keep coming again and again through different people and through different situations to teach you the same lesson. So are you going to change or not? If you don't change, different people will come. So think you have a boyfriend. You had a breakup with a boy because of some reason. If you don't learn that experience, saying that maybe there will be lots of things to learn. If you don't learn that, another boy will come, will break you again. Another boy will come, will break you again. Until you understand that, okay, maybe it's not the right time for a relation. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong guy. If you go and trust a robber and the robber takes the gold and goes, and you're sitting sad that, oh, my gold is gone, whose fault it is? It is not the robber's fault. It is your fault of believing that. So are you really depressed? The gold is gone. It's a learning lesson. Focus on that lesson. If a teacher comes and hits you, you won't ask teacher why I'm depressed. No, you find out why the teacher hit it, correct it so that the teacher doesn't hit you again. That is how you got to see. Don't think that I'm depressed or not. First of all, stop Googling the word called depression. Just search how to get out of sadness, how to get out of breakup. Don't go and searching, I'm depressed. You yourself stamp yourself, you're depressed, and then you go on searching for that. I'm telling you, you will lead to clinical depression. And then you might go to a doctor, you might take some medications. Your mind is already in the correct sense. What happens if you go and take medication when you don't have a problem? The side effects begin to hit you. For example, most people say, most of the I know many kids who take antidepressant, even their children's also, even the parents or their friends don't know. One friend recommended and she's taking it on his own. But what happens there? If your chemical balance is completely correct, when you put medications to correct your imbalance, what happens? The correct thing gets imbalanced. And that is when you truly become another clinically depressed person. So make sure before you take this medication in, generally find out if you really have clinical depression or not. Right? I know I'm talking a very serious subject here, but then don't fall into the marketing side of things, because most people will fall into the marketing side of things. Now you all know fast food is bad. We all know fast food is bad, but still you go and have a burger, or still you go and have that fast food. It's not my problem. It is your problem. And then when you have some health issues, you will say, oh, I should have understood that. Same applies. So fast food is marketing very strong into your brains. If you don't stop that, depression is also going to be very sold on your brains. If you don't stop that, you will start having that depression which you never had. At the end of the day, you'll believe it. At the end of the day, it starts flipping around. Okay. So I hope I have answered that question. So don't worry about it. and we will take it from there. No. Oh, Simran says she's not at all. So perfect. That's it. So I'm trying to make you understand, right, Simran? It's not that I'm actually, trying to find a fault or trying to find that you're already there, right? So let me take an Instagram. Today's generation is so fast. Sneha, how are you doing? Today's generation is so fast. Is depression exist? No, I'll tell you. Put your question on the question section, Simran. Now, the next question is asked by Priyanka. Can we call our fear or overthink is other name of depression? See, that is what the biggest problem is. Fear is fear. Overthinking is overthinking. Don't unnecessarily link with depression. But depression will find fear also a disorder. Overthinking also disorder. Now, for example, like one of the examples, what I've seen is, I really can't completely talk about it, is someone worried about the future. Who's that man who talked about it, right? I don't remember. Yeah, Ashutosh was saying you're worried about the future. Now, if you go to a psychiatrist and say that you're worried about the future, oh, you have anxiety disorder. That's it. And you're getting medication for, yeah, you're worried about the future. Have a plan, figure it out. That is it. You are covered. But no, I'm feared about the future. I have the symptoms. I feel that, I'm going to lose my life. I feel I'm going to lose my parents. It is normal you're going to lose your parents with time. You got to accept it and understand it. No. I want a quick tablet to run away from my anxiety. So that is the beauty of life. So stop calling fear is fear, overthinking is overthinking. Fear happens normally because you have limited knowledge about a certain topic. When you have limited knowledge about snakes, you fear about snakes. When you have limited knowledge about ghost, you fear about ghost. When you have limited knowledge about your life, your future, you fear about it. Overthinking normally happens two reasons. Free time. When you have a lot of free time, you're going to overthink. And then when you have a lot of unanswered questions about your past and your future, you're going to overthink. Don't please link fear and overthinking with depression. If you see a lot of horror movies, fear will come. That is 100% sure. I will sign and tell you, if you watch horror movies, you're unnecessarily building a fear into your system. On a longer run, that will hit you with time. Right? I hope, Priyanka, you have answered the question. Hardik, I've already answered this question. How to know we are in depression? You are not in depression if you can chat with me directly and ask this question. Full stop, right? So I hope I've answered that simple question in the best possible way, right, guys? Don't get into the sales pitch of depression, please. Go and have a look at the dictionary. When you actually go and see the dictionary, depression means you are at a sad stage. Guys, someone hits you, you feel bad about it. Don't tell you're depressed. You're just sad because you're hit, right? When someone hurts you, when you wanted something, they're not giving you, you feel sad about it. You're just sad about it. Don't say you're depressed and link it to the clinical depression. Most problem is this word depression is used so strongly in this world that people think that is a disease. It is not a disease. It is just a normal state of mind. Still, like you feel happy. Now, when you're happy, do you think that, it's a disorder? Only being neutral, unhappy, and sad is what you're all about. When you're happy, you're happy. That's not a disorder. Same way, when you're sad, you're sad. It is not a disorder. It is something you're not trying to understand. Something good happens, you're happy. Something bad happens, you're sad. It's over there. Guys, don't link it so much into a disease or something which is just going to flip you around, right? Now, this is like, I'm feeling too happy. I'm feeling too happy. What disorder do I have? Now, when you start thinking that being too happy is too happy, finally psychiatrists will come up with a new word, happiness disorder. But this person is too happy. Everyone is sad. He is happy. Right? I'm not blaming the psychiatrist. Yes, if you're really, really genuinely clinically depressed, yes, you need to take the specific treatment, which is required for a specific need. But I'm not happy with the marketing which is going around. I'm not happy with how things are going around. I'm not here to challenge everyone, right? I'm not here to counter or people need help. Please feel free to go to the certain person. But if you don't need help and you go to people are just going to misuse you and your money. Get this point very clear, right? I hope you're all enjoying this show. It's quite interesting. I love to talk about this. But anyways, let's see how it goes. So Now the next question is asked by Saud. What if a depression comes from parents? Let's take it from this way, guys. Don't see a depression come. Now parents, when you were a child and when they were taking care of you, I'm telling you, what all you have done to them. Now I'm experiencing. I have my young child, which is 2.5 years. I'm telling you, he brings me sometimes so much of frustration, so much of sadness, that I myself will say I will be depressed, right? From your point of view, right? This is your point of view, not my point of view, right? So what happens is the parents have taken so much crap of you when you were a child, and obviously they would go to that stage of depression also. Now, if parents is giving back to you, learn how to manage it, learn how to grow from it, learn how to build up that. And that is how you got to understand the story, understand why they're giving you the depression, understand why the gap, why parents is creating the depression. Somewhere around, you're not giving them time. Somewhere around, you're not trying to understand them. So make sure you do that, right? Facebook, Instagram, if you like it, feel free to share it on your page so more people can ask me questions right now. There's another 1 hour. I can talk about depression or whatever doubts you have. So Facebook, Instagram, share it so that the world knows and more people can see it. If you don't share it, it's okay for me. I'm okay with the limited people who's asking me these questions, right? Okay, now next question is Simply Clever from YouTube. Right? Instagram, I don't have any questions on the question section, so I think you're all good, right? Read more books or novels, you'll feel yourself more happier. Sharnath is saying, I have two different thinking from that point of view. Read stuff which gives you growth. Read stuff which gives you. The novel is just a story, and if it is a negative story, obviously it is going to affect you on a longer run. Right? So for example, you are reading a saddest novel, it's all about people's depression, and then I'm telling you that is going to affect you. If you read horror novels, obviously that is also going to bring fear. If you read killing, a lot of killing, murdering, obviously you get that thrill, but at the end of the day, your mind is getting polluted. So make sure you understand the difference. Read good and positive books. That is what makes you that difference. I hope. I just want to correct one of that thing which I got tried. Abiz, you got 80% marks. Congratulations for that, right? Okay, so I got a question on YouTube. Always, I'm looking down because the questions on YouTube come on my laptop. That's the reason I'm looking down. So when I'm reading on YouTube and Facebook, I'll be looking down. Instagram, I'm going to look onto the mobile. And when I'm talking to YouTube and Facebook, I'm just going to flip around based on two points, right? Hi Satya, hi Shushma. So Rajni, good evening, right? I would say positive evening. That's how I go about. Next question. Always having a thought that my child will be better than. Always having a thought that my childhood was better than now. All the fun that I was having is not comparable that of past. I'm not able to enjoy the present. Is that depression? It is not depression. See, as a child, my point is you're born as a child, you got to live as a child, and you can die as a child if you want to, right? Yeah, so there's no questions in the putting on the question in the comment section. Guys, Instagram questions on the question section so I can pick it up. YouTube, Facebook, if you put on the comments column, I can pick it up and bring it on the screen. But Instagram, I need the questions in the question section. There's no question. So Dhruv in the question section, right? So yeah, so get this point very clear. As you grow, things are going to change with time. And when things are going with time, what you need to do is on a longer run, you got to accept these changes which you have. Now, initially, you never started getting beer. Now you started getting beer. You won't say that, oh, I'm depressed. That time I didn't have beer. Now I started getting beer, right? So get this point very clear. Things will change with time. Now, as you grow, obviously responsibilities also is going to come. And if you don't manage the responsibility, obviously that is going to hit you and you will tell that you're depressed. Simply Clever, you're nowhere close to depression. It's the nature of life. You have less responsibility when you're a child, but when you grow, you tend to have more responsibilities. Learn how to manage it, strategically plan for it. I don't think you're anywhere close. Guys, don't link so much with your past and your future and believe that you have depression. So Simply Clever, you're not depressed. It is just that You're comparing your past too much to the present. I was enjoying before, but whatever you're doing right now, I'm studying. If you know why you're studying, you'll start enjoying, right? You'll start working forwards, right? So start doing that and everything will be fine. Simran, waiting for your answer, sir. Is Facebook joiner come on last? No, I've answered most of your question. Simran, I've already picked it up also. I picked everyone's question. I took Facebook, YouTube, everyone's question randomly based on the order which comes. So, Simran, I've already answered your previous question. I really don't know. Is Facebook joiners come at last? No. Whatever questions, I've already answered your question. To my knowledge, I really don't know why you're doing that. There is no question section visible, sir. Next to the comments column, there is a question mark with a 2-page question mark. If you click on that, you have an option to put the question. I hope that is clear. What's that problem there? I think many people don't know how to put a question. Instagram, that's where you got to do no question session. So putting questions on, there's no question session. Okay, now I got the question. See, someone has put it up. Now I'll tell you who it is. Okay, now Mishra is asking this question. How to stop ourselves from thinking about someone? You get so busy with your life that you don't have time to think about someone else. It's as simple as that, right? It's not visible. Come on, guys. Why is it not visible? Hold on. Let me send a screenshot and that will clear all your doubts here, right? So how do I circle it? I think I can circle it. I think I can circle it. So the question section, I think you can see it. You can see on the comments column down below, I can see number 1. That is where your question is. So you need to get there to get to the question section, right? I hope you guys got it, right? So now how do I go back? Okay, cool. So that's how the question. Oops, I think I'm doing this for the first time, right? So yeah, so that's the question section. You saw the number 1 there. 1 question has come. So that's that question section. How can we stop ourselves thinking of someone? First simple point is that, first of all, start thinking about yourself. When you're so involved on thinking about yourself, you will not think about someone else, right? That is point number 1. Second thing is, now there's more questions coming in relation to self-love and importance about ourself and like self-love. What you need to understand here is you should know who you are. You should know what your strength and weakness is. When you know what is your strength and weakness, obviously, it's really not visible. I really don't know why people can't get the question section on the Instagram. Okay, so what I will do is I'll try my best to take the comments column. It's not visible to us. I don't know then how Mishra can Bibu Mishra, how did you put this question onto my question section? Could you just share with people also? There's a problem on Instagram. I really don't know why the questions don't come up for them. Maybe it's not updated. That could be another reason, but I really don't know. But anyways, put your questions in the comments column then. I have no other choice. So yeah. So what was I talking about? Yeah, stop overthinking about someone else. The thing is, when you don't value yourself, you start thinking, so maybe they're joining from browser. I don't know. There is some Insta technical glitch sometime. So the new update of Insta have now this option. Oh, the option. Yeah, see now Biddu is saying there is one option asking questions near to the comments column. Not from the Instagram app. Okay, fine. Let's solve this problem. Questions in the comments column and let's figure it out, right? Let's not waste time or your time or my time talking about why it's not. Put it on the comments column and I will take it. I'll try my best because let me take each question. Don't put all your questions together because this is going to go up and I'm going to lose idea about it. So it's very difficult to control Instagram too, right? So feel free to ask your questions in the comments column and I will come back to it. How to stop ourselves from thinking about someone. I don't know how you're related to someone. If you're related to someone, what you need to do, Dhruv, what's that problem? You feel like, guys, just a second, there's this urgent stuff here. I feel very sad and suicidal. I really don't know what's the reason for your sadness. Why don't you DM me and we can chat, right? Because if you're thinking of the way ahead of suicidal thing, there is something really strong has happened into your life. I can start talking on to right now. I have no issue. I can give you a call if you want to. No issues. But just message me and then we can discuss and figure. I've talked to many kids who were into the suicidal thing and told them how to get out of it, right? So I'll try now. I think almost 45 minutes I've talked. I have another 45 minutes to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fast reply so that everyone gets the answer quickly. I'm not going to go in detail. I've told enough about depression, and make sure I'll pick only questions in relation to depression here, right? So what you need to do is Bibud. What you need to do is first of all, focus on yourself. When you start focusing on yourself, you begin to love yourself. When you know what your strength and what your weakness is, you will automatically start believing that, right? So first of all, the other thing is stop comparing yourself to someone else. When you compare yourself to someone else, again, you'll start thinking about them. Unfollow the people who you constantly think about. You start following celebrities. Obviously, celebrity will send a feed that comes into your feed. You start thinking about. You should stay away from all the people first if you don't want to think about them, and then focus onto yourself and then build it up from there, right? I hope I've answered the question. So now, let me take a sip of water. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I'm going to go fast answering now, right? So let me just take a pause. Let me take a break or something like that. Just check it. Okay. So let me go fast. Okay. This is going fast answering. So be ready for it. Be very fast. Next question by Venkata. We are believing our friends when they cheat us in some situation. How to overcome that? Stop believing your friends. It is a waste of time. I always tell people, trust your mother, father, husband, wife, brothers, sisters until marriage, and who's the other one? Your children's until marriage. Every other people don't go and over trust. They will all change. They will cheat you. If they cheat you once, forget them, move out of it. Don't give them a second chance. Okay, if they genuinely changed, if you see the changes in their action, okay, give them a second chance. Just by word, don't give them a second chance, right? Next question on Facebook. So the last question was YouTube. Next question on Facebook. My brother has a problem after facing some kind of issues. His married life. Now we can't manage it. I don't know what will I do because he's not giving importance to having his medicine. Rajini, I really don't know what your brother's going through completely. You know, at the end, after marriage, he has a different kind of life. I can't give a third person's point of view. If you have a problem, I can discuss about it. What your brother's going through, I really don't know. Anyways, I'm shortly going to have a session with regards to marriage. I'm going to bring my wife also into that because there's a lot of requests from many people asking me to talk about marriage and the future of marriage and how to get a good married life and etc. 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 I'm going to come with a show shortly where I'm going to include my wife also into that, and then I'll detail it and tell you, right? Asif says, thank you. So that means you got the answer. Let me move on to Instagram. Obviously, I would give priorities to the question section. How do we know whether it is depression or something else? I always struggle with overthinking. Even I try to stop overthinking. Guys, you can't stop thinking. Get this point very clear. Mind can never stop thinking. You're not great saints or spiritual beings that you can completely control your mind. What you need to do is that give your mind positive things to think about. Give your mind positive things to see. So everything what you see, hear, listen, eat, touch, let it be all positive. Then slowly, that is how you build it up, right? If you're overthinking good things, there is no problem. It is a very good thing. So overthink good things. What is the problem? When you go in nature, do you overthink? You're just enjoying the nature. When you are running really fast, go on the ground. Now I don't know if you can go. After the COVID thing is over, go and run very fast on the streets. I'm telling you, you won't be overthinking that time because you're believing in the action. So start acting, start getting busy. The overthinking will stop. Don't control your mind. You're just going to waste your time there because you can never control it, but give good things to think. That is how you become positive, right? I hope I've answered that question. What is that? There's many comments coming here. What is this? What is this question? So there is a question from I am I am Avinash. So I'm not able to forget anything. Even my mind repeats unnecessary things like that last movie. I've seen it that time. See, my brain repeats as if stop watching movie. If you think that movie watching, you're repeating it, see something good so that good things repeats. Guys, the mind can only think what you already know. Give it good things to think so that it thinks good things, so your mind is happy. If you go and watch killing stuff and your mind is going to start thinking killing things, your heart will feel bad about it and you're going to get frustrated with time. If you're thinking a good family story, you read that family story, obviously it will start influencing and your family story also will start. If you see something it's repeating, stop. See something good so that gets repeated. So you are also happy, your mind is also happy, and the whole world is happy, right? I'm going fast answering. That's the reason I'm not detailedly explaining. So if there's something which I didn't answer, just ask me once again, guys, because I can't go back. It is quite very difficult. So now as a counter question, sir, because of overthinking, I can't sleep last 3 days. How to stop overthinking? What are you thinking about so much? Are you going to die, or are you have lost something, or your marks is coming, or whatever it is? I really don't know what you're thinking about. But the point here is that find the answers to that. So because overthinking, I can't sleep. Okay, so find the answers to that. When you start finding answers to those thinking, like for example, I have talked to one person, right? The person told me, sir, in darkness, I can't sleep. I feel very scared to sleep in the dark. And he didn't sleep for almost a couple of months. Every night he just fear. He doesn't sleep. So what I told him, you put a 0-volt bulb, right? This is a real life example. I don't know if he's online watching this show. I told him, go and have a look at the 0-volt bulb, install it and try to sleep with some little light coming into your room. He slept from there on without any issues. So the point here is from last 3 days, you got to find out what happened before last 3 days. What are the changes which happened into my life? Bring it back to what it was 4 days before. Your sleep will start coming. So maybe I don't know what happened in the last 3 days. So if you can bring a thought process to what happened 4th day before, you will sleep. Find what is that. I really don't know what it is until you don't share with me, right? I'm just trying. So Instagram, I've taken 2-3 questions. So this is the next question from Helen. I think that's Priyanka, right? So we can't stop our stomach to stop digestion. Heart stops beating. Nervous starts pulsing. How can you stop brain to think? It is a natural process. Correct. Thanks a lot, Priyanka, for telling the world. You can't stop digestion. You can't stop your heartbeat. You can't stop your nerves from pulsing. Same way you can't stop your brain for thinking. So give it good things to think. I don't know why the whole world is trying to control this mind when it is a free thinker. What you need to do is give it good things to think. I like that. See, this is the problem, right? And when you start trying to control this mind, you're going off beat. When your heart is beating, you start stopping it from beating. What happens? When your nerves is beating and you stop that pulse, what happens? Your hand is going to freak out. Same thing is happening. The mind is a thinker. Leave it to think, but please give it good things to think so that you don't feel the pressure with it. Helen, I'm going to use this in future. This is a very good point she picked up, and I'm going to use this in future. So give me the permission for that. That's one of the best things to justify why you should not control thinking, right? So yeah, that's one of the best things I've learned today. See, that's the best part, right? I'm learning from you people also. You're also learning from me. So we both are learning so that it benefits and the whole world becomes positive, right? So whatever you've learned from me, make sure you share it with the world. Please repeat. Priyanka, what did I say? That's Priyanka. So what I was saying is one of the best things which I found out is your, what is it, Priya? What is Helen? Once again, your heart beats, you can't control it. Your digestion goes on, you can't control that. Your nerves, the pulse in your nerves keeps beating, you can't control that. Same way you can't control your thinking because the job is thinking, right? So give it good things to think. And when you start thinking good things, everything is positive, right? Instagram, now let me take a couple of questions on Facebook. Kritika asking YouTube how to stop worrying about small things. I know it is very small issues, but I'm thinking about it a lot. Now, do you get worried about big things? That is my next question I would ask. If you're worried about big things and on the small things, it is just that your focus is on these small things. And when you have this focus on these small things, obviously you'll start thinking about it. For example, you're focused on these small things, and what happened? You have a fever, right? And you have a fever, and you start getting worried about this fever. Do you always think about these small things? No. When you find other important things, which is much more bigger than these small things, you will stop worrying. Now, the other thing is, why are you worried about these small things? Because somewhere around your parents or your family system would have hit you when you were doing these small things and told you were wrong. And so you might build up that fear that every small things I might have issues with, and you start building up, and that worry starts coming up. I really don't know the history behind that, and take it from there, right? So Simran, I hope I've answered your question. Let me take. So please add me to the group in WhatsApp 009. I'm talking many times with you on WhatsApp. Please add my number. Please add my number. Please add. Oh, that's too many comments. Anand, I'm sorry. I was just busy a lot from the last few days, doing these live shows and all. So I try my best. I will just say your Anand Amit Exam Academy on my number, and I will add you back, right? So it's just something happens. I really don't know, right? Simran says my pimple question is quite motivated. It's boyfriend. So that's what I was waiting for, Shrishti. So if it's boyfriend, it's not the right guy for you, because when you said partner and when I looked at your picture, it didn't look like you're married. So if it's your partner, just get it. Pooja, what your question was, right? So yeah, so I hope Anand just flooded my stuff. So okay, Shrishi says this further. I'm just studying in my room and these people come and shout and yell, create a scene regarding little issues. Why this guy comments on your pic or parents? Why do you wake up? Who are you? Okay, parents, yeah. So I'm studying in my room and these people come shouting and yelling, creating a scene regarding little issues like, whoa, what happened there? Oops. Oh God, Jesus Christ. I think everything's screwed up. Oh, my screen is gone. Oh, everything is messed up. Anyways, that is cool. So I just stepped down the plug which was there. So I think I need to fix that later. It's all a learning experience at the end of the day. Yeah, the screen has come back. So I need to. So this is what you do, right? When you do everything all on your own, there are chances that crisis might happen. So next time I need to take my line from the other side. Let me change my background just for a second, please, if you don't mind. See, the thing is, whenever we do anything, we make mistakes. I'm okay. See, I just laughed it out. Oops, I've just messed it up. And I'm just enjoying it back again, right? So see, this is what, now you have a live experience, how I'm not even bothered about what you people think of what has happened. What I told, I'm sorry, I made this mistake. Let me just figure it out. Again, a learning experience for me that this cable was here underneath my leg and I step it and it got messed up. What did I do? I smiled, I enjoyed, I was like, oops, what am I supposed to do? Fix it up and come back on a normal stage. What wrong happened? Now, same thing I can do. I can sit, yeah, why did this happen? What people will think about me? There are so many people, almost 50 people looking at this show. What am I supposed to do? I start thinking. Slowly, I will begin to get, slowly, I'll begin to get that depression. So what I did, I said, guys, sorry, I made the mistake. Something happened. Let me just figure it out. I'll come back. So this is a live example of how positivity can be achieved in the biggest crisis problem, right? In stage also, this happened to me once. The mic just stopped suddenly and boom. Everyone started laughing at me, right? But I just laughed back with them. Can they hit me? No. When people laugh at you, laugh with them back. Automatically, it will start figuring out with time, right? So I'm just showing a live example how problems will happen like this. You just have to be ready for it and just figure it out. So I'm just studying in my room, and these people come. I don't know who these people are. I think you're talking about your parents or your boyfriend. I really don't know. Create some scenes, little issues. Why this guy comments on your pic, or parents? Why do you wake up this late? So what you need to do, there's many things here, right? One is, why are you wake? See, if guy comments, you can't control that. So what you do, stop posting your picture so that no one comments onto the picture, so they won't come into your room and say these comments. Life is simple, guys. So what you need to do, Srishti, is that if your parents having issues, a guy commenting on your picture, stop posting your picture so that the parents don't comment about it. Problem solved. It's as simple as that, right? I hope I've answered the question. So what is Kavya saying? A question I'm not answering. Where's Kavya's question? Okay, CA student, what's that all about? So Kavya is saying, I opted for CA since July 2019, haven't opened your books. Exams are in November. It's making me depressed. I have no other choice but to do CA, but I'm not able to study. This is the beautiful example of how you can get self-depressed, right? They've opted for CA, clearly telling me I have not opened the books. Now, my first question, why the book was not opened? If you're CA, you're a serious student, you need to open your books and start learning. Anyone who you don't plan, obviously you get worried. So what happens? This is the fun part. You're holding on to CA, not working hard enough to get the CA, sitting there, putting all your dream towards CA, wanting that CA into your life, but not again working hard, again dreaming to be CA. What happens is that without studying, without preparing, you go and write the exam because all your dream is to be CA. Without this working hard, you are going to destined to fail. Then you fail, you get these marks, and you say that I am sad, I am depressed. What am I supposed to do? This world is so tough. Exams are tough. Did you prepare? No. Did you plan? No. Crises are just coming with time. Now, how do you get this focus on CA? First of all, you should know why you're doing this CA. Most people don't know why they're doing CA. They're doing CA because, everyone is doing CA. It is good marks I can get. So let's do that CA. Stop taking CA just from that point of view. Interest will never come. If the interest of CA is coming from your heart, yes, I need to do CA to do such and such in my life, to make a difference in my life. If that is the way you're starting to think, it will start being positive. You should know why you're studying to get that focus. If you don't know why you're studying, forget anything what you do in life. It's not going to work out with time, right? I hope I've answered the question. What is the name? I forgot. Okay, sorry. Oh, what was the name? It doesn't look good, me forgetting the name. Her name was Kavya. Yeah. So now let me go to YouTube. Johnson Weekly is asking how to control anger. It's not depression question, Johnson. Go to my YouTube. You are messaging from YouTube. Just search for anger management on my page. You'll have a great video from that point, right? So that's the reason I'm not answering. I hope you don't mind me doing that. Okay, there's two beautiful questions from both sides, which is quite very similar. Akath Rathod is asking, is being introvert a good thing? And Danum, what timing? I really like this timing, right? And Danum is asking, I'm an introvert, have a very few friends, but those friends ignore me. I'm not good at making new friends. I feel very lonely. Is it better to be alone? And Akash from here. So I hope they are two different people, right? Instagram, there is Danum asking that, and Akash is asking here on YouTube. Introvert is a strength and not a weakness. Point number one. Introvert and extrovert both have their strength and weakness. Introvert and extrovert both have their strength and weakness. Third point, if you are an introvert and you're happy being an introvert, make sure you stay as an introvert. When you shift from being from introvert to extrovert or vice versa, you destroy or play with your character, which can have various other negative impacts with time. So what you need to do is that, let me give you some examples. A scientist, introvert. A focused graphic designer, introvert. A poet, introvert. Some poets, some are happy poets, they are extrovert side, but some deep poets are introvert. Some artist is introvert. They need that. Accountant or chief accountants are introvert. So the world needs both introvert and extrovert to come in balance. On the other side, businessmen, extrovert, marketing, extrovert, sales, extrovert, HR, extrovert. So finance, introvert, right? So have to understand that both people are asking or needed from that point of view, right? So understand that if you're happy being an introvert, live your life, enjoy that life, and go on with it. Don't try to be an extrovert. You're asking for trouble, or they will end up saying you have social anxiety disorder. Don't get to that life, right? Now, if you're not wanting to make good friends, see, Dhanum, I hope, Akash, I've answered your question. Now I'm going to just furthermore detail on the. If you think that if your friends are ignoring you and you don't want to make new friends, you should not feel bad about it. If you're happy alone, be happy alone. You have your family, spend time with your family, and that is all matters at the end of the day. So make sure you focus on that, and life is all positive, right? So I hope I've answered that question, right? So what is Kritika saying? Oh, Kritika comes here and replies over here. No, I think Kritika was here only, right? I don't know who's this Kritika. She says, I've mentioned my family fights, sir. But thank you so much. Your answer it is clear. Okay, perfect. As long as thing is clear, it's all good and it's all positive. All right. So let me take Instagram. I hope I've answered that question, right? So I am, Avinash is saying that, yes, the other reason is you have some unanswered questions about your past and your future. You're worried about your future. You start thinking. Something bad happened in the past. You start thinking. Right? So that's the other reason, right? So I think I've answered most of the question here. What's this question from Psycho Glory? What's the clear expression and meaning of depression? Because it is hard, different types of meanings. Simple meaning of depression is sitting at a sad state. You being sad is called depression. And what is being sad? When something what you don't want to happen, you will feel sad. Don't link it to depression, guys. That is what I'm trying to say from that point of view, right? I hope I've answered that question. Let me go back. What is Pooja's question? So, hi, I got out of certain situation, but the same person comes back. I can't stop speaking because I'm confused. Now, whatever situation has happened, if it is bad, you don't need to bring that by again into a life. Somewhere around you think that that person might change. Somewhere around you think that, I'll give you a very good example, Pooja, for that. You have a great friend or a person. I think to my understanding, it might be a relationship or a guy or someone or a very best friend. So you have a relationship, the boy, let's say, okay, let's make it more easier. Okay, I'm trying to get that example correct for you. So you have a robber. The robber comes with a very good looking style towards you and proposes you and gets you into a relationship. He becomes in a very close relationship for some time. And once he sees the gold at which place you kept, he takes that gold and goes back again and breaks up with you. Would you come back or give that person when they come back again a second chance? 90% you won't do that, right? Because you know he's a robber. So always remember something. If you have a bad experience with someone, make sure you don't give them a second chance until you genuinely see that person has changed. If the person is still coming and pushing you, come back, just clearly tell that I'm not interested. My life is done. I had an experience. I gave a chance to you. Now it's over. I want some time on my alone, and then work it up from there, right? So I hope I have answered that question. So let me just go back. What is Captain Bobcat saying? So I know I shouldn't ask you this now, but please reply. Yes, just inbox me. I will try my best to reply. There's so many people already inboxed me and it's already loading up. Okay, Pooja's asking a counter question. What? Nidal Rich, if you don't want to tell me the answer, it is fine. Can you just repeat your question? I just missed that. What's the real meaning of friendship? Friendship is when two people comes together for a mutual benefit where both parties, both friends begin to grow. That is when the true friendship is. What is Nidal's question? Let me go back and search for him now. Okay, so what is his question? Can you please tell me love is started by Lord Krishna, but now if he loves someone, our family or society goes against us? Who's giving me a WhatsApp call? Can you please tell me? That's a very good religious come Krishna's question, but since you've asked, I have to answer that. Can you please tell me love is started by Lord Krishna, but now if you love someone, our family and society goes against? Okay. Now, very few people know what Lord Krishna is talking about, his pure love. There is a lot of difference between Lord Krishna's pure love and the love which you are talking about, right? So what happens here is that many people are not even close to the love which Lord Krishna is doing, right? That is the first problem. Now, let me tell you something. Neither just Nilda Rich. Let me tell you something. Lord Krishna took that mountain on one finger, right? Lord Krishna took that mountain according to the old stories. Lord Krishna took that mountain with that one finger. Can you raise a mountain with that one finger? Then you talk about Lord Krishna's love and don't compare him with your life. If you are Krishna or you have the level of what Lord Krishna has done, then you can compare yourself. Lord Krishna loved and I can also love the same way. If you're not to his level, there is no way to challenge that or counter that as to how Lord Krishna did and why I can't do. That is point number one. So you're not Lord Krishna. Now we're close to Lord Krishna. So let's keep that love aside. Next thing is where Lord Krishna talks about is about pure divine love, which means this first thing is if I start talking about that love, I'm dead sure you'll get confused about it. You have no idea when great human, spiritual people or great people, when they come into this world, some people encounter this, some people say can epic, some people can story, but from your point of belief, you believe that Lord Krishna was there. So let's believe that he's there for you. From that point of view, those people come for a certain reason to this world and to give a certain message. Now let's talk about your love. How old are you? Right? That is the first question I would ask, right? So the point here is when you go after love to a certain level, if it's not the right time for you, some people I know having a relationship at the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, I really don't know why they're getting into it in such an early age, right? I always tell you something, be someone first, and then go after that someone or that love. Lord Krishna already knew, and whoever he had relationship already knew his greatness, that he was Lord himself. So that is why they got into that relationship, right? So who are you? You're not Lord Krishna, that I'm sure. But then who are you? When you truly know yourself, then the right love will come into you. You have got to wait until that. If you're worth for true divine love, be worth for that. That love will come to you. Not say that Krishna did this, I also want to do this. Right? Krishna created the whole Mahabharata. Did you also plan to create the whole Mahabharata? So don't pick on one topic of godly stuff, so Lord Krishna stuff to justify your wrongdoing or to justify what you want to win. There is many things what Lord Krishna did. Learn the whole thing what Lord Krishna did and then figure out his story rather than picking like some people I know a long time ago, one child, Lord Krishna told you can tell lies also. So I am telling lies. How do you justify that, man? That's Lord Krishna who did it, right? So I normally don't talk about God and religion here, but since he has picked a question which was quite interesting, that's the reason I picked it. So I hope I didn't offend you. I hope I'm just giving you a point of view that now next, let me talk a little more about society then. I'll ask you another question. You go in the past. Many kids have gone into love and destroyed their life. Your parents know about it. The society knows about it. I know so many kids who comes literally sad and depressed to me saying that I had this breakup, I want to give away. So many kids have suicided, getting into love at early ages. So many girls got harassed. So many guys get into sexual relationship. So when your parents hear all this story, don't you think that family or the society would go against that love which you think is love, but most of the thing is a physical attraction or gap filling which you have in life? So make sure you understand that difference and then talk about love and Lord Krishna's love. Don't unnecessarily bring Lord Krishna on places to win the battle which you want to win, because you want to just do one thing what Lord Krishna did and not whole thing what Lord Krishna did. I hope I've talked about on behalf of Lord Krishna also, right? All thanks to God for that. So yeah. Okay, so I hope there's no more questions. Okay, what's Simply Clever asking here? Okay, sir, I'm getting a job and my co-workers or someone has political influence is promoting me to do corruption. What decision should I take? Actually, I'm just a 12th grade, but still there. Guys, there's two things here. It is your ethics and your value which you should never shake. Because if you're shaking your values and your ethics, it will start working against you, right? Because you yourself will have that guilt. It is better to stay with positivity or non-corrupted ways, because somewhere around, if you get caught, there are chances the crises are bad and influential people will start influencing you further down to make it back. And always remember something: once you're corrupt and once you've crossed that line, you will be continuously have to keep going with that, because the same company can blackmail you for that first corruption which you did, right? So make sure you understand that and don't get into it. Simply Clever, I hope I have answered that question for you, right? How much time do I have now? I have another 15 more minutes to go. And how to explain so effectively like me? Pratiksha is asking that. Don't ask me that one question, how I'm answering these questions. My job is to give you these answers. My job is to give you a meaning towards life. My job is just to get you self-motivated so that you don't need any other motivators in future. That is what I do. That is what I love doing it, and I keep doing it and will keep doing it in the rest of my life, right? As you know, I do all this free of charge, right? Start doing stuff free of charge. Maybe you'll start being effective, right? Don't look after money every time. Maybe it's just that. So that's one answer I can't answer as to how I'm answering, because I clearly also don't have that clear understanding as to how I'm answering that. Add me, sir, Dancer Soul. Just message me on WhatsApp. I think you're talking about a WhatsApp group with almost around now 13,000 people we have in that WhatsApp group where we share positive messages. Then there's my group also on WhatsApp, which is around 1,000 plus people, which only shares my messages, my videos, when it's going to come, when I come live, all that information gets shared into that. Then we have a Hindi group also, if you want to be a part of it, right? So that's it. I've answered everyone's question. Every question, guys, I just want to know all your doubts about depression is over. I just want to have that clear understanding, right? Mansa is asking, sir, how many books you read in a day? Okay, I've stopped reading books for the last 4 years now, because it tends to conflict with the thought process which I have, the concepts which I believe. So most people tend to think that I've read a lot. Psychic Grolly, I have, see, Venkat always says, guys, you guys have to read, don't follow my procedures. I've understood the concept of positivity. I've understood how that can be made understood to various people. So that is why I've stopped reading. But reading is a very good art. Make sure you read positive stuffs and take it from there. Psychic Gilroy, I skipped your question. Why did I skip your question? Where is the question of psych? Where is psych? Okay. I've already talked about it. The clear meaning of depression, right? That was a question. I've already talked about it. Right? Depression is again simple. You're at a sad state. Everyone who's sad is called depression, but you don't link to clinical depression, right? I hope you people all enjoy this show. Just give me some feedback. It was good, bad, ugly. Feel free to share it. Share it with your friends. I'm going to save both this This chat, this videos of Instagram and YouTube will be there available every time. So feel free to look back into it if you have any future doubts about depression. If someone asks you about depression, share it with Snehal. What was your question? Snehal's question I didn't ask. Oh, there's more questions coming in on that, right? So where is Snehal? What is Snehal's question? Snehal. Where? Okay. Pin this. I was talking to a guy. Now he doesn't like me. Now I feel terrible as he used to feel me special. Now, always remember something. When you want someone else to make you feel special, the world is going to misuse you with time. So make sure you don't get into that thing. You feel special on yourself. You learn to love yourself so that you don't have to feel special given by someone else. I hope that makes sense, Snehal, right? So if he doesn't like you, just move on. It's not that he has to like you only, then only you can live, right? So I hope, Snehal, I have answered that question and hope you go on with it, right? So, sir, I loved your show. Every time I listen to you, become more positive. Love you 1,000,000 times. All thanks to God. As long as you learn from me, make sure you learn and make a difference. Whatever you learn from me, share it in my name or your name to the world. Let this positivity spread. What I want here is whatever you learned from me, share it with people in your name. Doesn't matter. Let the positivity spread. Whatever you learned. Now you learned a lot about depression. Go and talk to all your family members about depression. What is the true meaning of depression? How the marketing is being, playing around with people and their minds. So that in future, you sharing it further helps another girl not getting into the trap of that depression stuff, right? So my job, people ask me why I'm doing it, right? Maybe it is just that now here, there could be many people, I don't know, there's around 50 people on average adding Instagram and YouTube together, listening to my talk. Maybe there's one girl sitting quiet. Maybe there's one boy sitting quiet, listening on that depression and decides that is it. I'm going to stop this and build up my mind for my own. This 1 hour and 1.5 hour talk, it's done, right? So the point, I see it from that point of view. So whatever you've learned, share it to the world. Just hit the world with positivity. So that slowly, negativity around you suffocates with time. And then it has to run away from you. When you stand with so much of positivity, negativity cannot even come close to you. Make sure you get that, right? Anika is asking how to overcome fear of getting failure. Even I tried. What was that question? How to overcome fear of getting failed even before trying is difficult course to try. Now, what can happen is that even before trying, you think you're going to fail because you have so much information by the public or a third person that it is tough, it is difficult, it is hard. When you tend to believe what the other people are saying, then they begin to influence you. And that is why it stops. So whoever is making you feel that whatever you're doing is tough, stay away from them. Don't talk to them. You're saying it's tough, I'm done with you. You're saying I'm going to fail, I'm done with you. You're saying that I can't make it, I'm done with you. Thanks a lot. You're a very good friend to me, but I don't want someone who's going to pull me and make me fearful of what I'm going to do. First do that and then go after your goal and get that through. If you fail, find out why you failed. What changes I need to make so that next time you don't fail. If you keep doing the same thing again and again, you're going to keep failing the same way again and again. If you keep doing the same thing again and again, you're going to get the same failure again and again. So if you fail once, change your pattern, try again. Failing one again, change your pattern, try again. And still if you don't get, maybe it's not worth for you. Maybe it's not the thing for you. Move on, find something related to it and do the same thing and get that success. I hope I have answered the question. Last 5 minutes, I start enjoying life, right? Because I know I'm done with it. Let's have party, So that's it. So Chauhan is asking, sir, I think. Now that's the first problem. When someone says, I think, don't think, start doing. Okay? When we don't like whatever's happening in our mind, to opposite to what we think, I think that's the clear depression. Anything what happens opposite to you, you have an expectation, that expectation breaks, you feel bad about it. Why are you calling it depression? You're just sad or you're feeling bad. Guys, anything what negative happens to you, please don't link with the word called depression, because the Google will tell you it is clinical depression, but I am telling you it is not clinical depression. It is just you're being feeling bad, you're feeling sad. That is it. Full stop. I hope I'm not getting tough on you guys, but I'm just telling the truth in the best possible way. What is Haider asking? Okay, Amla's question. Amla is asking how to control expectations from others and others' disappointments. I always say the same thing. Do things what you love doing it, full stop. Don't expect anything in return. You are positive, everything is good. The problem here is that is when you expect something in return, the other people begin to control you, other people manipulate with you. So what you need to do is that do it because you love doing it. Full stop. Don't expect anything in return. See, I'm doing this session. For me, it doesn't matter how many people are listening. I'm going to keep talking until the questions keep coming. If someone gives me bad feedback, I'm happy with it. Learn any correction to make, correct the mistake. If he's just doing for the sake of it, oh, thanks a lot for your bad feedback, I'm happy for it. At least you commented, you took the effort to give me the bad feedback. Thanks a lot for that. When you start doing that, who can control you? No one in the world can control you. Be uncontrollable. Right? So, I think I'm not bringing a lot of humor in a very serious subject like this, right? So what is Haider's question? That's a long one. I can't go more. Okay. If we move with a particular situation, let's say with someone, but again, if we see something related to it with past, again, it hurts. What should we do at that time? I would never say, when you have a very past bad experience, I would never say to move. I would say that analyze the situation, accept the situation, forgive the people who has done and given you that situation, and forgive the situation, learn from the situation, so that next time when that person comes, you're thankful to that person for giving you that experience which has made you better. For example, you have a girl comes into your life. Whatever happens, you go for an early relationship. The breakup happens. It teaches you that, oh, you have taken a wrong selection on this girl. Don't you think that girl have taught you this lesson that somewhere around you have to focus on a career, not a relationship? So that's a learning lesson she gave you. So next time when she comes, she taught me about career. She taught me about career. That's it. Life is all good, man. Don't take it too complicated. But then when you have this feeling, I have lost this person is meaning great to me. And when that person comes, poof, hurt will come. Why did I lose this person? This person was perfect for me. This person is not perfect for you. That is why they left. But taught you that don't go and next time select a similar girl like that. So don't you think she did something good for you? Be happy for that. Don't have that anger or revenge against it. And that way, you will remain unhurtable. The battery is getting low on this laptop. So I have these two laptops, one on the screen, one on that, right? Oops, it's not charging? Okay, it's charging. Okay, great. So that's it, guys. 2 more minutes to go. I hope I have answered most of your question. There's a last question, a personal question asked by Akash. So how do you manage yourself to be so cool and chill all the time? All thanks to God. That's first thing I would say in simple terms. See what is good, hear what is good, smell what is good, eat what is good, feel what is good. Your mind will start being good. Your visualizing will start being good. Your feeling will start being good. And you will chill. When your feeling start being good, you get very coolness within you. And then you start to chill. I hope, Akash, I've answered that question. Right? So, okay. How to overcome rejection? I don't know from whom. Whoever it is, they rejected you, not because they rejected you. They rejected you because you're not worth for them. When you start seeing from that, oh, this person left me, I'm not worth for them. This person left me, I'm not worth for them. I'm too great for them. That is how you get out of rejection. You can't have everyone. Sir, is this show being saved? By default, all my shows get saved on YouTube and Facebook. You can always have a look at it. Facebook is much more visually better. Instagram is a little bit, I don't look that good also. right? So yeah, it'll be saved. I'll try my best because Instagram, I can't guarantee it'll be saved because sometimes Instagram will do something that I will lose it completely. Right? But I know by default, it gets saved on YouTube and Facebook. So whatever I say is on both medium, right? So feel free to see it again. Amna saying, thank you for your words. A change in my mind. Thought it will take some time to follow. Thank you, sir. All thanks to God. So those are the good feedbacks. Amla got that big answer which she was looking for. My 1 hour 45 minutes is made it, right? So it's not what I'm doing here. It is that 1 or 2% or 10 or 5%. I don't know how many people I'm influencing to get that message. So they understand, their family understands, their community understands, their country and the world understands about positivity slowly. I know I can't win over complete negativity, but whoever I touch, make them understand positivity and work it from there, right? So my best friend is not talking with me from the past 7 months. I can't forget her. Please save me a solution. See, why do you make best friends? I don't know. Right? If you have your parents, if you have a family, if you have a brother, sister, you don't need a best friend. You keep these best friends because you have this transfer of crap, right? Transfer of sadness, transfer of your troubles. So you want someone to do that. That is why you make these friends, which means you're not solving a problem. So what you're doing is you're creating crap, you're sharing your best friend. Best friend is creating crap, sharing your best friend. So you build it up on a long time. The person has to go because the crap cannot be taken anymore. The crap will understand, the energies will understand, and the split will happen. So stop being these best friends. Try to figure out your life so that life is all good with you, right? Kavya still has questions. Sir, my mind process sometimes. What it is my mind process some things. Was it my wrong, or sometimes I'm thinking that they also did a mistake. Anything what negative happens to you, somewhere around you have done a mistake. It's not their mistake. You have somewhere around you have gone to the environment, somewhere around you overdid something, somewhere around you overloved something. That is why this is all happening, right? So whatever wrong thing happens is my fault. When you start, it's now, for example, this light completely got messed up. It's my fault. Right? I was not ready for it. So next time I'll get the cable a little more around so that I don't step on it and this crisis won't happen. Whose fault? My fault. I will not say the light's problem. I will not say the cable is short. It's my fault. Any mistake what happens to you is your fault. Correct it. Happiest Gayu. I have a long conversation with her, right? So I know her stuff. So my qualification and your past job position. My qualifications. I am a BSc in Business Administration from a US university. I've done my MBA from Birla Institute of Technology, India. I've done my MSc in Business Psychology. MSc in Business Psychology, from a UK university, right? That's my education. I know why she's asking that also, right? My past job positions also, okay. I've been working at the age of 18. I've been started working after the age of 18. I never took up money from my dad or mom for any of my educations. All this education, what I've told, I've paid it on my own. My past job positions, I started as a secretary, got promoted as a senior depot administrator, got a new job in a new company as a storekeeper, got promoted customer support, got promoted to sales, got promoted to technical sales. Then I moved to a new job. Right now, still working as a regional sales manager for Middle East and South Asia. That's the job which I do. And this one, I'm just doing it as a giving back to the community. Don't ask me how I'm answering these questions. Don't ask me how I'm how I'm giving the person the positive outlook towards life. Everything else you can ask me, right? I hope happiest Gayu, I've answered to your question. Kavya, I've answered. No. I've already answered. Definition of good. Definition of good? Go and open the dictionary, man. I don't know on what perspective you're saying definition of good. But after some time, rejections feels like good for nothing. Yeah, enjoy it, right? By Arthirik. Amazing, sir. Thank you. Please. And I've answered your question, Kavya. No? So mind process. What is that? So I don't have anything on Facebook and YouTube. That's good. Thanks a lot. What's mind process sometimes was wrong. And sometimes I think that they also did a mistake. See, whenever you process, when something wrong happens to you, find out why that is wrong. And the fault is within you. And when you start correcting it, it is done. How is it difference between depression and stress? Again, don't link depression to anything. Stress is stress. When you don't plan, you get stressed. When you're not on time, you get stressed. When you overpromise, you get stressed. Simple. Don't complicate stress. Sometimes people get so stressed. Finally, there'll be a new word, over stress disorder, and then you'll start believing, oh, I have overstress disorder. I have overstress disorder. Come on, guys. Understand what I'm trying to say here, right? So that's it, guys. The time is over. Tomorrow is the Call Me Deek show. Same time at 5 o'clock it happens. If you want me to call you on phone directly live, I'll call you. All you need to do is to message your number on my WhatsApp number, or on Instagram, or on Facebook, or on YouTube with your name, your number, and I will give you a call. If there's no number, I'll just come on the show, guys. I don't have any number. I tried my best. No one wanted to talk to me. So take it from there. Abhinav is saying that you have a Kerala exam, and you want my blessings, guys. Understand this point. If you worked hard, God will bless you, right? So my number is 00971 562 996 446. 00971 562 996 446. That's my number. WhatsApp me or message me on that 00971 00971 562 996 446. Yeah. So message me on that number if you want to get a direct call from me tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Call Me Deek show, which happens same time, Instagram or on YouTube, whichever way you want. Feel free to be a part of it. And it's a Call Deek show. It's only very personal. I talk to 4-5 people based on the numbers people submit. But if you advance, tell me, I'm going to book you first limit. I'm going to book you first, and I'm going to call you first. So if you message me 5 today, I'm going to call you back today. Tomorrow, I'm going to call you back tomorrow. Right? So it happens every day at 5. As you know, there's 4 shows which I do. Today's what? Today's Monday, Sunday? I forgot what. Today's Wednesday. Wednesday is when I do the Theme Deek show. Thursday, I do the Call Me Deek show. Sunday is the video conference Deek, which means I select a certain people or they want to have a talk with me. So I do talk with them on a video call, face to face. It's more active on YouTube and Facebook. Instagram, you're only going to see me, but Facebook and YouTube, you're going to see both these people, right? Me and the group of people who arrange this talk. So if you have a group of friends who want to talk with me, we can have a video call, and that goes live to the world, right? And the last show is the Monday show, which is the Ask Me Deek show. All shows happen at 5 in the evening in India time, and 3:30 Abu Dhabi time if you're looking for. That's it, guys. Thank you everyone for signing in. I hope you have liked it. I will try my best to... Oh, Vanis, I know him very well. Alva. Okay. So what would you suggest for students who are planning to get into startup plan during this pandemic? Is it good to go or not? See, right now, getting into startup is kind of a risky thing because all the great investors are all pulling back from investment. So what you need to do is that whatever your startup idea is, have a very good plan so that once the lockdown is out, you're ready to launch, right? Now, so what you need to do is that start working on that, have a very good strategy, have a good plan, do more market research, do more product testing, or do service testing, whatever you are. Test your product indirectly, because a lot of people are sitting free right now. So if they are sitting free, what you need to do is make use of their services, right? So they are sitting free at home. Guys, this is the idea. What do you think? Would you buy this product? Or would you are interested in this product? So start spreading the message. Because you might need an investment at the end of the day if it's a startup plan. But then if you don't need that investment, go ahead and start it. But at the end of the day, is the people ready to take in your stuff or pay you for what you're doing? If not, you're asking for trouble, right? I hope I have cleared all your doubts with regards to depression today. I hope I have. Nayak, go on my YouTube, search for trust. There's 2 videos on trust. Have a look at it. I'm crossed my time. I'm just diverting you, or else I would have answered it, right? When he's the sniper, I know him very well. He has been a part of our group, so that's the reason I just picked him to answer that, right? Because yeah. So that's it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the show. Feel free to share it. Feel free to like it. Feel free to do whatever you want with it. Download it and cut it into pieces and put it on your stuff and do water. Varma, you keep asking me about MBA in agriculture. I told you this is related to depression I'm talking about. So I would keep revolving around that. At the end of the day, whatever job you do, if you're really good at it, go ahead and do it. But make sure, instead of me telling you the job and scope, go and open the classifieds and find out what is available for you to make that money or scope or salary, right? Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow at 5. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, exactly. Getting on digital platform. Yes, if it's digital platform, go ahead and get it because you have very less investment to get into it. Or if you want to further discuss, Vazi, you have my number. Just message me and then we can talk about it, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone. So see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday. See you tomorrow on the Call Me Deek show. If you want a call from me, you can, for anything. You want to discuss a problem, you want to say hello. I got already a hi from WhatsApp. I think he wants a call tomorrow. So yeah, so if you want that, come tomorrow. Kavya, all thanks to God that you got all your answers. Chanox, all thanks to God. Thank you for your comment and the thanks. Yeah, okay, he is a request for me to join a personal group. So he wants to join my WhatsApp group, right? So see you tomorrow if you're interested on the Call Me Deek show, where I show you how I talk to people and make them understand various concepts about life. There's lots to learn if you really look into it, but sometimes some people are not interested that much because I can't give attention to you people. It's be more on the Call Me Deek show, right? But after I talk to a certain people, I do give you a summary of what the problem is and how that problem is being created. So we will take it from there, right? It is a pleasure. Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, thanks a lot. First, I will be signing out from what's tomorrow's topic. Tomorrow is the Call Me Deek show, which is topic happens every Wednesday. So I think that topic is selected during the Ask Me Deek show. Many people, there was 2 conflict of topic. One was the ask, one was depression, one was self-development. Maybe next topic will be self-development, right? Tomorrow's a Call Me Deek show where I call people for anything. They want to say hi, hello, thank you, or whatever it is, right? So guys, first I will sign out from YouTube and Facebook, and I do have few editings to do and my background to do so that I clearly save it, right? So Facebook, YouTube, thanks a lot for spending your time. Whatever you've learned, share it to the world in whichever way you want. Make sure you share it. As I said, in your name or my name doesn't make any difference. My objective is to spread it free as much as to this world so that the world has no other choice than to be positive, right? See you Facebook, see you Instagram. I'm signing out, ending the broadcast. Let me end that.